Well, good afternoon, y'all. I hope y'all are all doing well. I'm really glad to be back here recording for y'all. Thank y'all who prayed for me. I had about 3 different infections running through my body, and when that happened, it set off my fibromyalgia, making it go into a really bad flare, which meant that I was just very, very fatigued. But I'm back today, and I'm recording 2 videos today. I'll post one today and one a little bit later. A group of ladies from my church, we get together and we play cards on Tuesdays. We do a devotion and prayer. We take prayer requests and we pray, and then we play cards. And so we take turns doing a devotion, and we take turns bringing a snack. So I have to have a little bit of protein, and most people, they'll bring something kind of sweet, and occasionally someone will bring something different. But I'm doing one that has one I'll do in a little while. It has cream cheese, so that will give me some protein with that. I don't know how much, but it's better than none. And this actually is going to have some protein in it too, because it will have milk in it. But I am trying to watch how many sweets I eat also, So this is a chocolate eclair cake. It's been popular since probably about the 70s. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to get started on it. So I will kind of bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. All right, let's move that over a little and move this so it's not just all up in your face, okay? And, all right. So in here, I have 3.5 cups of milk. All right. Then you're going to need 2 boxes of this 3.4. You know, that used to be more. It used to be, I think, 3.5 or 3.6. But you need 2 boxes of it. And then you'll just put these in. Oh, I forgot I already opened that. Boy, do I have a mess I'm going to have to clean up. Oh, well, I'll get it up in a minute. That could only happen to someone like me. And no, I'm not going to cut it out, because you know what? Everyone needs to know that we all make mistakes and none of us are perfect. All right? If you ever see some of the videos, it's like they never make any mistakes. Everything is just so neat and nice. Well, that's not me. And, I told y'all before, I'm just me. So I was getting ready to shake it down to open it, but I'd already done that. Oh, my. Oh, so anyway, you need 2 of these boxes of vanilla, preferably 3.5 or 3.6, but these came from Aldi, and they're 3.4. So we are going to put these in 3.5 cups of milk. Both boxes will go into this milk. All right, I know now not to shake this one up. Oh, Lord have mercy, I can't believe I did that. I have this stuff all over me. I know y'all are probably really getting a good laugh, and hey, that's fine. We all need a little bit of joy in our life, right? Scripture says a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. Let's get every little bit of that out since I wasted probably about decent. Man, I'm getting some over there. I am flinging everything everywhere today. Oh, my goodness. And no, I am not on any kind of drugs. That would be my thought. I saw someone going through and doing all this. Oh, here, let me scoop some of this out of my way, though. It's probably going to go in the floor. But that's okay. Let me put it over here in the trash. Let me move my little trash thing a little closer to me. There we go. Put this in the trash. All right. Now, oh, I still can't believe I did that. We're going to mix this up real good. Oh, I don't know if I'll stop laughing all day knowing I did that. I think some of that powder is going down my throat. Oh, I needed that laugh, let me tell you. Oh. And I know my kids will probably watch this and they're going to be thinking that is just our typical mother. That is just so typical for her. Okay, just whip it until it starts to thicken up a little bit. Now we're going to take an 8-ounce container of whipped topping and we're going to just fold that in, okay? Yeah, we'll take you. Just kind of fold it in there. You want the whole 8-ounce container. No, I'm surprised that they hadn't shortened this to like 6 ounces yet. So how are all of you doing with these high gas prices? Oh, it's high out there, isn't it? I know my son has a diesel, both of his trucks. Now his wife's truck is, because he has his truck and his daddy's truck, the one that was my husband's. And both of those are diesel, and diesel is really high. And then his wife has gas. But, oh, these prices. I'm glad that I have a Jeep Cherokee, and it gets good gas mileage, and I am so glad. I know I am having to go for physical therapy on my spine, and I go to the VA, and I thought they were going to have me go there to the one there where the VA is, which that's about an hour from me. So I asked them if I could go just to this one community care one, and they could pay for it. It's in my town here close that I live to, which is only about 15 minutes away, and they said sure, and I was so glad because I have to do that twice a week. Getting, I may have said may not be. Anyway, started Thursday getting therapy on my spine for the kyphosis and scoliosis that I have in it, the curvature of it. Okay, we kind of got that folded in. Pretty good. So let's set that aside. And I'm going to be right back with you because my nose is trying to run and I need to go wipe it and blow it and wash my hands and come back and be with you in a minute. All right, I'm back with you. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take a 9x13 pan. You're going to need a box of graham crackers. Now, some of you may have had this, some of you may make it, but if you haven't, then, you know, this is just something that you can make. And it's real simple, it's real easy. So open up your crackers, and I dug through the box because I wanted the best looking bag of them on the bottom, because we're going to do 3 layers, and there's 3 little bags of crackers in there. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to put a layer on the bottom here. Okay, it doesn't matter which way you put them. I just try to make sure they're lining up correctly here since it was broken. Now, try to break these to fill up your little areas here that are missing, okay? Oh, this doesn't want to break. There we go. So just kind of do it like that. Well, didn't want to do right, did it? All right. Do right made me think of Dudley Do Right. How many of y'all, if you're my age, you remember that cartoon had Dudley Do Right? All right. I said I'm not doing drugs, but I did actually last 2 nights. I've had to take a muscle relaxer for my back, so maybe that has me loopy. I don't know. I only took half of what I'm prescribed, so maybe that's it. I don't know. But I'm sure y'all are laughing. And, you know, and it's a good thing to laugh. One thing is, you know, if we can't laugh at ourselves, then we must be a miserable person. All right, we're going to have a little bit left over there. My pan is rounded. This would do better if your yours is square, actually. You know, rectangle, is, I'm saying, but you have the distinct corners instead of the rounded corners, I guess is what the point I was trying to get across. Now, we are going to take about half of this mixture and put it in here. And you don't have to be precise. Maybe a hair more. Just do it the best you can. You know, when it's all mixed up in that bowl, it's kind of hard to tell what half is. And you may have to see how I am touching my cracker a little bit to keep it from going sliding all over the place. Now for me, I find it works better when I go down here if I spin it. Just spin my dish a little. Now you can make this with chocolate pudding if you want it richer, but this is going to be rich, let me tell you. You could do a butterscotch. You can make it any flavors that you want. Of course, it might not be chocolate if you do other flavors besides chocolate. But you can make, going off this, you could use any kind of pudding mix. You could put little candies in it, you know, whatever you want to do to make it oomph it up. I'm just doing the basic. At the very end, we are going to be putting frosting on the top. So, you know, you could use whatever frosting you want, whichever way you want. Remember, I tell you all the time that cooking is all about preference. That middle seems just a little bit shy there, so I'm going to put just a little bit more there. All right, now I will go ahead and just repeat starting where I left off here. Those are kind of broken. I'm trying to find the one that fits there. Is that the one that fits? No. Not sure which one fits there. Oh, it looks like this one kind of does, but I'm not sure. Well, we're just going to push it in and make it fit what we're going to do. I'll save those little broken ones. Nothing else. I'll eat them later. I love graham crackers. Does anyone else like graham crackers? And y'all are probably wondering why I'm opening them like this. So that way I can get them out instead of having to pull them up through the package. These were the ones that were kind of broken up. Tell you what, these are, I've usually always had good graham crackers from Aldi's, but today they seem just a little bit shoddy as far as their brokenness. They usually don't seem to be this broken. I know my friend and I were shopping together the other day, and we were moving things around, so who knows, maybe we banged them all around in the car. That is a very good possibility. She had went with me to the doctor, and then oh, that one's not breaking up good. Anyway, we went to eat afterwards and did some shopping at Walmart. But I won't tell you her name. But I got a kick out of her because she had never eaten that pozzoles. And she was going around in there telling everybody how good the breadsticks were. And I mean, they are. Their breadsticks are wonderful. But she's just going up talking to people she didn't know and just telling them. And I know she said it as this one couple passed by and they didn't, respond or acknowledge. And they rolled her and they may not have heard her. But she said, well, I guess they didn't hear me. And I was just dying laughing at her. And she was just going through, making sure everybody knew how good. And then the one guy, I could tell he was doing some paperwork. And she went and told him, and he told her, yeah. And I don't even think he was eating, actually. And he told her, he said, I'm filling out an application to work here. And he said, if I get a job here, I get 50% off. And boy, she told him she thought that was a wonderful idea. I was thinking, yeah, if you were young again, you'd probably work here just so you here. I'll take one, this little broken one here from a while ago. I said, you'd be wanting to work there all the time. Just to eat their breadsticks. All right, then again, we go with the rest of this mixture. Kind of smooth it in there a little bit. Scrape it all out there. I think I'm splattering this on my shirt. Good thing I don't have to go anywhere. If I had to go somewhere today, I'd have to change my shirts after I got done, that's for sure. Honestly, I don't know why I wore an apron. It hasn't done me a lot of good. Maybe a little. Okay, now let's spread that all out. So did you mothers have a good Mother's Day yesterday? A friend and I, we went out to eat. My children, they're taking me on a trip in a few weeks, so none of them came in for Mother's Day. So she and I, we went out, and her husband, and we all went out. We went out and ate together. And we ate at Outback. We went after church yesterday. All right, now let's go ahead and add more graham crackers on top. Little broken pieces there. Get out our last little bag of them. Whoops, I almost dropped that. We had a good church service yesterday. We had a good turnout. You know, some churches do different things, like for certain mothers get certain, you know, get a gift if they're youngest, oldest. They did that in the church when I was growing up, and ours doesn't do that. Every mother gets a gift. Yesterday, we all got one of those foam things of Bath and Body Works soap, the kind that foams up. And that's really, you know, comes in handy and useful for sure. I think I can go down like this now. Probably could on that second one I did. I didn't even think of it. It's been a long time since I made one of these. Whenever I would buy icing, I would have to hide it if I didn't want my husband opening it up and eating out of it. He would open it up and eat out of it. And then there were a couple of my children. If he opened one up, well, they were going to do the same exact thing. How many of you like to eat icing straight out of the can? Before I break any up, I'm going to try to use these broken pieces I have here. And I think they'll be good enough. Got about 2 or 3 left for a couple of nights snack. All right, I am going to shut you off now because let me tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to take, well, my goodness, don't know where to put it. Here it is. And you can use any, I stepped wrong down on that rug. The rug curled up under my foot. Anyway, you can use any brand that you want. This was on sale, so I got it real cheap at the in a can store. And so that's why I have Hershey's. But just get you the 16-ounce tub. Put it in the microwave for about 20 to 30 seconds. Then stir it and see if it's at least semi-pourable. You want pourable. You want to be able to pour it. So you do that, then after 20, 30 seconds, and I would increase it by 15 seconds until you have it to where you're able to pour it. Okay, but make sure after that first 20 minutes you stir. You could add 10 to 15 more minutes, stir again, and then keep increasing 10 or 15 minutes in the microwave. Make sure you're stirring between until it's pourable, because everybody's microwave, depending on your wattage, is how it's going to determine how long you will have to nuke it until it's ready to pour. So I'll be back with you when mine is ready. Okay, this is ready now, and it took, in my microwave, it took 35 seconds. Make sure the whatever kind of seal is over the top of this, that you do take it off, especially if it's a aluminum one. And I just leave the lid off too. I don't have the lid on there because I'm watching it closely. Now just, let me see if I can do this left-handed. So just kind of take and pour it on there. Scrape it out real good. Just scraped out as good as you can. If you have a child around, they'd love to put their finger in there and lick it out. Or you might want to put your finger in there and lick it out. Oh, I shouldn't put that other spatula in the dishwater. I could have used it for this. Then just kind of take and smear it all over, spread it all over, whatever word you want to use. Smear it, or be careful. Try not to pull the pudding into it, though. You know, you don't want your pudding mixed up in here in the middle. I didn't do it, but a good rule of thumb is just start in the middle here and work your way out. Try to get everything covered as much as possible. All right, I think that's going to be good. Make sure it's not thick in one area too and not the other. Make sure it's kind of even. All right, and there you have it. Now, the next step is you want to put this in the fridge. At least, I'd say at least 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours. Overnight's better, okay? Overnight's actually better. So, and make sure you cover it. What I'll do is I will let it sit here for a little bit to let that icing just harden up a little bit more. And then I will take my tin foil, and whatever side's going to be facing this, I will spray it with some cooking spray, or butter it with, you know, those little butter wrappers I tell you I save, and then put it on top. That way it won't stick to it. And that's all there is to it. Easy. It's very easy. I want to show y'all my apron. I'll bring it down a little bit so you can see, and I'll walk back. See my apron? I love this. It has, it's homemade, and it has different scripture quotes. It has, and they may be some songs I haven't heard of. I know some of them, a couple of them I have. But it has the stanzas for music. And then like it has here, it says, hope, live a life with peace, faith, and love. God's love is everlasting. We'll sing of the Lord's love forever. And, I mean, you can tell it's homemade. There's this lace on it, and the buttons, and ribbon, and bric-a-brac. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I just thought it was adorable. And when I was out of town, went to a thrift store with my son, and I got this, I think, for 30 cents. Isn't that amazing? I love when I can get deals like that. Well, listen, y'all remember to, if I can get somebody to taste test this tomorrow, you'll be seeing the taste test. But if not, remember to always season your cooking for love. My goodness, can't say it right. Always season your cooking with love, and cook for those you love, and maybe even those you don't. You might win them over. All right, y'all have a wonderful evening. See y'all later. All right, y'all. If you like the chocolate eclair cake, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Plate up everything.
Okay. If you like the pico de gallo dip, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yummy, yummy. Good.
I got one over here in the corner, but I have one who doesn't want to be on video, so I'm not swinging that way. Show one in the corner that you heard, though. Okay.